Hi class, my name is Judy Camarillo and this is my video on distributors and aggregators. To start off, my article is called CD Baby Now in its 20th year. It says it's paid out $80 million to indie artists in 2017. It was posted March 6, 2018 by Dan Riss. The article was found in the trade journal Billboard. What are the key takeaways from this article? The key takeaways are that CD Baby, which is, I guess, it is an electronic distributing and publishing system for music and, music, where you can sell or stream music. It's kind of like an online music store, and it's mainly for downloading from independent musicians to consumers. So they pretty much talk about how their revenue is kind of like on a roller coaster, how it's going up and down, and how it started off pretty much like skyrocketing in the late 90s, and how it was kind of falling down due to its competitors. However, now it's doing pretty good and it's in good standing, even though its revenue is still kind of low. So some background information, just what CD Baby is, which is just like another streaming music system, kind of like iTunes or Spotify. It was one of the biggest, I believe, and in '98, it was booming in '98. And it was known to represent artists in a total of 215 territories across the globe. So that's pretty interesting. They didn't have any new vocabulary words, just the ones that I did find in the article were still distributors and aggregators, and how those were related to its revenue and how it was doing with its business and its streaming numbers and system. One direct quote that I found in the article was that I felt interesting to me and kind of related to the topic, to what we were talking about in class, was, while its overall payments have grown, its share of overall digital distribution revenue has actually shrunk within the past 6 years. The article discussed that even though they were paying their artists their fair trade of what they deserved for the streaming system, just in general as a streaming system or distributing system, they weren't doing as well compared to Spotify and iTunes. And just it related to the lecture because of how much we're talking about promotion and how media distribution involves promotion, and how in this case CD Baby didn't really provide that type of promotion, and kind of lacked its promotion in compared to its competitors, and that's probably why it isn't doing as well as it could be. And so that's what I thought about when I was reading the article. The article also mentioned that it's still paying its independent artists, and that overall, like, it mentioned how the shift in streaming has changed and how it's a little bit better for them because they're keeping their system true to their independent music distribution. And it even quoted like a trusted name in independent music distribution, which is probably why people still stream through there. However, because it's not as promoted, or it doesn't have like any bulk discounts, the system isn't very common or popular in comparison to Spotify and Pandora and iTunes. So that's how I related it to our class lecture, and thank you. Any questions?